So I have one coming up in October, on October 4th, if that's in Sacramento. So anybody, please come and see it. It's for the Skeptical Society there. They've rented a theater. They actually went ahead and rented the theater. It's a small theater, 300 seats. If you come, you will be contributing to their efforts, and I'm putting together the Dover Intelligent Design Trial, when a true story that took place in 2005, when evangelicals took over the school board in Dover, Pennsylvania, threw out the science book, and brought creationism down into the science, into the schools.
Did you do that in the moment?
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see why I love it? It's always interesting. And it's always important. And then not to pick up in the bottles of wine is not so important.
That's right. Don't forget it. All right, next.
Hi. One of the things that really got me into Star Trek was actually the video game Star Trek Online. So my video game, as well as voice yourself as mirror universe kind of evil video.
Video games intrigue. Are you a gamer? Are there a lot of gamers in the audience?
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm sort of shift my view about gaming. I think
As a business, it is a bigger business than television and film combined.
Why?
Because people enjoy it.
But is it because you can do it in the privacy of your home?
Ooh.
And you can have somebody in London, challenging you, all of that.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, it's essentially the same as doing Prodigy. I'm in a booth, I'm alone. I've got the director on Zoom and the engineer through the glass. So there's a freedom to it, a wonderful freedom vocally. And the gamers are very strict. They know exactly how they want you to come across. They know exactly. And so you have to change on a dime, which I enjoy doing. So it's fun. It's fun. It's challenging.
Yeah.
Want to play me sometime? Let's play each other in the game of Star Trek.
What game?
I don't know. You'll have to set it up. All right, thank you. Yes, sir.
Hi, I just wanted to thank you both for being here. You two of my favourite characters and actors on the show. Thank you very much. I love you two on Voyager. I thought the dynamic was just so fun. I just wanted to ask if you had any memories of surprising each other in a scene, like the bathtub scene. Any more memories about filming with each other on Voyager?
The bathtub scene wasn't enough for you? He always surprises because he's such a good actor. So every take was different. And of course, because we love each other, it was easier. Or maybe not. What do you think? Was it fun to work with me or not?
You know, on a serious note, they did something for the two of us, which I actually went to Rick and said, this is not helpful. With Patrick and I, it was gloves off. It was two A-types who were going at it. And you're gonna, who's gonna win? For you and I, and remember, you used to say to me, they are on my ass about this, about don't look as if you are in any way infatuated. And don't play that. Don't, oh my God, you can't do that, you can't do that. And I kept on saying, but they are robbing us of a major color on our palette, which we could have done. Here, just come closer. Just by doing this, the camera's there, right? And the two of us are talking, and we're just beginning to do this, right? And we're just beginning to talk like that. The audience would have gone nuts, but then we could have broken out. We could have done.
We did that in the bathtub.
Well, it wasn't like and that was one thing that I just thought. Why are they doing that? They are taking away something.
They wanted to protect, they wanted to ensure my command as the first female. So they overprotected, they overextended that. But John, where we did great work together was on Death Wish.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
That was a good
really
episode.
fun to
yeah,
dig in.
and Death Wish is a really good example of what I think, and I know you do too, is what makes Star Trek so unusual. Star Trek can take big philosophical issues, and because it's science fiction, you give a little bit of distance, it's on a new canvas and what have you, and talk about really important things with that sort of distance. And I'm going to combine two things here, but one of the things about the fans going back to that, and I know you have this experience too, I am now, because of my venerable age, having the experience of grandfather, father, grandson, grandmother, daughter, granddaughter, who have all brought everybody up on Star Trek. They brought them up on Star Trek to be able, I'm sure, every once in a while to go, this is a really important episode, and we're going to talk about it afterwards.
Yeah. And also, we talked about it. I don't know if you remember, of course, we talk about it all the time in our friendship, which is another thing I adore about you, but philosophically we differ. We differ about death, life after death, God, does he exist? And we certainly differed about this. Jamie was absolutely pro-life, I kept saying to your nephew Q. Think about life. Think hard before you give it up. You might just love it. But in the end, the argument was so perfectly formed, you and he, the right not to have to live infinitely. Only you want to live infinitely.
Yeah, right.
And there's only one Q, isn't there? Yes, ma'am.
I'm relatively new to Star Trek. I was introduced to it 3 years ago with a Voyager episode, Scorpion Part 1 and 2, which
That was a good
I found
episode.
so captivating that it immediately sucked me in, and I thought I have to watch all of this now. I'm curious if you guys have a favorite episode or one that you're most proud of that you think would also be equally as captivating to draw in new fans.
Give me the second part of the question, Darren.
If you have an episode that you're most proud of, or that is your favorite, to draw in new people to Star Trek.
Well, this would be one of them. Death Wish, definitely. All the two-parters, all the action stuff I loved. But I loved one called Counterpoint. Does she or doesn't she? Only your hairdresser knows for sure. Yeah. I don't know, Darren, for 7 years, of how many did we do a season? 26? Something like that? That's a lot to choose from.
Tapestry, I thought was a very good show. I thought that All Good Things, for me, was a very good show. I mean, as a story. So, yeah.
But one I would demand that you not want, the way to really discourage anybody from any Star Trek ever, is a bottle show we did in which Lieutenant Paris and I were stuck on a turbo lift together. And when we emerged, I'd given birth to approximately 30 lizards. Not my proudest moment, so skip that.
But you can be assured that everybody's going to want to watch it, including me.
Yes.
So my husband often jokes that the show Murder, She Wrote is like a Star Trek holodeck. Both of you were on Murder, She Wrote. Any takeaways from your acting with Angela Lansbury?
The best. Let me just tell you this about